Kindly subscribe to the channel Cat2IM by Manoj Mahajan so that you don't miss out the XAT Most Expected QA question series. Today we are going to look at part 7. You can expect direct or similar questions in the XAT paper. So let's look over here, question number 31. So it's not a difficult one, but I just wanted to tell you some superb trick shortcut in such kind of problems. So of course, students would apply the maths out here to figure out the answer. We would be using the trick shortcut out here, right? See, what is given over here is the value of p is in the range 0 to 1, and they're asking the roots of the equation, and there are five options we have. So one thing is very sure that whatever the value of p in the range 0 to 1, the answer is fixed one of these out of A, B, C, D, E. So we can put any value of our choice in this range. So I'm putting over here p as, let's say, 1 by 2. So when we do with values, I have always taught in the classes also that always look forward for elimination, right? So don't straight away look forward to mark the answer. So let's say if I pick up the value as 1 by 2, and what I'll do is I'll get the roots and try to eliminate the choices. So if we are left out with one choice, that would be the answer. So let's say when I do as 1 by 2 over here, so this becomes what? X square by 2 plus 4x plus 1 by 2. So it's a very simple way out of doing it. So you should appreciate. And one thing is very sure that if you are watching the part 7 with us, and I'm sure that you must have watched the previous 6 parts by now. So do make sure that you like the video, comment and share with these Aspirants also. Do subscribe, don't forget that. So if you look further, can you write over here as x square plus 8x plus 1. So now we can get the roots easily using minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So what are the roots? Let's calculate. So minus 8, if I look over here, plus minus root b square, that would be 8 square 64, minus 4 into 1 into 1 upon 2 into 1. So what do I get? Minus 8 plus minus root 60 by 2. So one of the root is what? Minus 8 plus root 60 by 2. And the other is minus 8 minus root 60 by 2. So this root is negative. And if I look, root 60 would be less than 8 for sure. So minus 8 plus something less than 8 would be giving again negative. So what we got over here is the roots are uh, real I'm getting over here and both negative. Now straight away don't mark B as the answer because at one case we got this. So always we are going to look at values and the elimination approach. So are both the roots 0 in this case? So for any value of P in this range, it should satisfy. So of course we can rule out option A. This is a possible answer also as we are getting real and both negative. So imaginary I can rule out. Real and both positive I can rule out because in this case it is failing when we are keeping P as 1 by 2. And again they're saying real and of opposite sign. So we are getting both negative. So we are able to eliminate 4 choices. Left out is only 1. So that has to be the answer. So make sure that such kind of trick shortcuts you should be aware of so that you can answer such questions with ease. And make sure that you join the Cat2IM Telegram information group so that you receive the latest updates, free material and the motivational stuff. Also, look forward to join Cat2IM discussion group so that you can post your doubts. We would love to answer it. Moreover, you can look forward for further guidance and help by joining the group over here. So stay connected with us. Please do join the information group, Telegram, and the discussion group of Cat2IM. Now let's move to the next question out here. So you can again pause the video, spend some time and try to get the answer. It's a very interesting problem appeared in the XAT paper. How many whole numbers between 100 and 800 contain the digit 2? So let me make you understand. Let's say if I just write one number, let's say triple two. Okay. So if I ask you how many numbers I have which contain the digit 2, my answer would be 1. This is one such number I've written over here, triple two in this range. Now, if the question would have been that to write triple two, how many times you have to use 2? In that case, the answer is 3. So the question doesn't talks about that how many times the digit 2 has been used. It is just asking that how many whole numbers are there which contain the digit 2. So we can look at one the pattern based approach for sure, and we can use the basic permutation combination also to get the answer. So I keep teaching this pattern approach also in my classes. Let's say when you write the first 100 whole numbers, so remember the whole number starts from 0 and till where we are going to look forward to write 99, the first 100 whole numbers. So when you write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm writing 10, 11, and so on. So just teaching you the pattern out here so that it is easier to answer such questions also in the XAT paper. So there could be a problem also that in writing the numbers between 100 and 800, how many times you have used the digit 2. So that also we're going to answer over here. So you can see one concept out here is even with the help of probability. See, when you write the first 100 whole numbers from 0 to 99, of course, when you write the whole numbers, you would be writing as 0, 1, 2, 3. Nobody is going to write double zero, 0, 1. But just let me write like this 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, and so on. Now, why I'm doing so? See, at the unit place also, I have used all the digits 0 to 9. And at the tens place also, I've used all the digits 0 to 9 if I do it. Now, doing this will make a little easier with the help of chance concept out here. See, when you talk about the unit digit, right? So any digit from 0 to 9 can come over here. So the chance for any digit would be 1 by 10. So 10 cases are there, and for any digit, if we calculate, would be 1 by 10. The same goes for the tens digit also, you would have 1 by 10. And how many times we have to fill the tens place as well as the units place? Each of them 100 times we have to fill. So we have to use the digits over here in total. If I look to fill the units place would be 100, and the tens place also 100. So I can calculate 1/10 of 100 for the units place and 100 for the tens place. So this number would be the number of times. If I look over here, let's say if I calculate over here, this gives me what, 20. So I can understand over here like my one, if I look over here, would have been uh, in total 20 times if I write the uh, whole numbers from 0 to 99. Even any other digit also, let's say digit 2, digit 3 will be what 20 times it has been used, right? And if I write like this 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, in that case also zeros, if I wanted to count, if I write in this way, that will also be 20 times. So that's why I inserted 0 over here to make you understand that if I write like this, the pattern, in that case, every digit would be used 20 times. So this you should be aware of. So one thing is very sure that any digit, if I look over here in this block of 100 numbers and writing like this, would be 20 times. So we could answer the problem that, let's say, in this range, right? How many times 2 has been used? So what we would have done is, let's say if I break like this 100 to 199. So we have 100 numbers. Of course, at the hundreds place, we don't have 2 over here. So how many times 20 would have been used? Sorry, 2 has been used, not 20. So how many times 2 must have been used? 20 times. Now when you go 200 to 299, at these two places again 20 times, but you have at the 100 place 100 numbers are there. So in total 2 has been used as what, 100 plus 20, that is 120. Rest, if I look any other block of 100 numbers, 300 to 399, or maybe last if I say 900 to 999. So we are not going over here because we have to stop where at 800. So let's write the last block over here as 700 to 799. Okay. So I can understand that now everything would be in this 300 to 399. Twos will be 20, and the other blocks also it will be 20. So if you look, you would have done what? How many blocks we had? 1 to 7. If I'm looking at over here, 7 blocks. So 20 for sure when I count at tens and the units place. So 20 into 7 gives me what? 140. And 100 more we are going to have because my 2 has been used at the 100 place also. So this would have been the answer if the question would have been, and this is there in the choice also. A lot of students are going to look forward to mark this. So it's a good mistake because it is giving you the number of times the digit 2 has been used out here. Even if I try to answer the number of times 1 has been used over here, so of course, I'm counting 100 in that case, right? So that will also be coming up to 240, right? So if you look any digit like 1, if I say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Each of them would be what 240 times. Now the question talks about the total numbers which have the digit 2. So just understand one thing out here. See, you had in the block of 100 numbers when you write like this, 00 to 99. So 20 times 2 has been used, but just understand that one of the number, right, has 2 over here 2 times. So in total, if I look numbers which have 2 over here from 00 to 99, that would be 1 less, right? Because in this number, the 2's has been used 2 times, but the number would be counted only once. So 19 would be the answer out here in this block. So over here, instead of 20, we can put as what? 90. And over here also 90 as per the question, right? What we are talking about. And over here, there are 100 numbers having the digit 2. So let me just put 100 over here, right? So if you look 19 now, if I count once, twice, and so on, so this would be what 6 times, and 100 separately we are going to add. So this is how much 4 and 1. If I do 114, right? Correct? Yeah. Plus 100 if I do, this would be what 214. So 214 is the answer. So you should know that why we did one less right over here. So we could have figured out this problem easily with this pattern approach out here. But let me teach you the basic PNC also out here. So we have done with the problem, but I'm just covering a one more method out here, right? So if you do like such videos and all, please do make sure that you comment also and share with the XAT aspirants as well, right? And do subscribe to the channel if not done yet. So what we could have done is see, you know that let's say if I count numbers from 100 to 799, including 100 also, right? 800 I'm not looking over here because it doesn't contain the digit 2, right? So we don't have to focus on 800. Even 100 also doesn't have the digit 2, but we'll see that what we are doing out here. So if I calculate simple total numbers in this range, we can apply the maths also to get this, but basic thing I'm using, right? So how many numbers we're going to have in this range? If I look, that would be 700, correct? Including the 100 also. So what I'm doing out here is we have to subtract the numbers which does not have 2. So I'm not using 2, let's say, and we have to make numbers in this range not using 2. So I'm using basic PNC out here. So over here, of course, we can use 1. We won't be using 2. And where we can go till over here is 7. So how many choices we are going to have is 6 choices because we are not using 2 out here. And of course, we cannot use 2 over here. So 0 to 9, there are 10 digits. 2 I'm not using. Of course, 8, 9 you can use over here, the tens place. So 9 choices, and this also what 9 choices. So these are all the numbers in this range, including 100 out here, which do not have the digit 2. So let's calculate this value first. So 81 into 6, if I do, that would be how much? 486. So let's subtract this 486 from here. So see, in the 700, 100 was counted, And in this 486 also 100 is counted and we have to subtract 100. So this would automatically get subtracted, right? So when you do this, so this gives me what? 214, which is your answer also. D for Delhi. So you could do with the basic permutation combination, but I taught you a basic PNC stuff also and the pattern approach also. So you may expect such a question in the XAT paper, right? Okay, so this is a brilliant question which XAT has used in the past, and they do love questions on prism, pyramid, cylinder, cone. So this is a question of prism actually, and it is a tough one if you're doing it for the first time. So it's a time taking problem also, and it's difficult to draw the figure actually in the exam also. They have repeated this question in the past in the XAT paper. So you may expect this question in the XAT paper. So let's draw the figure to make you understand what we are talking about. So how the figure looks like. So it's a tough one and very difficult to understand. It will be actually a prism, right? So we have to actually calculate the volume of the prism and how we are going to do that. So volume of prism, we are going to look at what area of base into the height. So let's understand how we are going to look at it. So a rectangular swimming pool is 48-meter long and 20-meter wide. Okay. The shallow edge of the pool, right? Okay. So just let's understand what we are doing out here. So this is, let's say, the shallow edge of 1 meter deep, right? Let me draw this figure again for you so that's a little easier. Yeah, just give me few seconds. I'll draw it in a better way. Okay, let me draw it like this so I have a more clear picture what we are doing. Okay, so this is what 20, this is what 48, this is your 1 meter. Okay, now it's difficult to make the figure in the exam hall for sure, right? So this is something which they are looking at to draw. It won't be easy for sure, right, in the exam hall. So just try to understand the figure what we are actually drawing over here. So this is 1 meter. If I look over, let me name this as A, B, C, D, E, F, let's say G, H. So how it is prism, if you look, we are taking the base as A, B, E, H. And you can see this is the base if I take. So the top in that case would become what? D, C, F, G, right? So remember that the area of cross section throughout should be same in the case of the prism out here. So this figure ABEH is trapezium, right? So to get the area of the base, so what we have to figure out is half sum of the parallel uh, sides. So one is AH, one is B, okay? And distance between the parallel sides, which is what 48 over here. So this is the area of the base, and we already know AH, right? So that is given to us the shallow edge of the pool. So that is 1 unit, right? Okay, and the height, if I look, I took A, B, E, H as a base and D, C, F, G as the top. So the height would in that case be 20, right? So we need to figure out this value, right? Okay. So Acha, one thing is very sure that this BE, right, would be more than one, right? So even if you add one to this value comes out to be how much? 1 plus 1 divided by 2 gives you what? 1 and 960. So one thing is very sure that the answer has to be more than 528 and 960, right? Because my length B would be more than 1, right, as per the problem. So if we get the value of BE, right, in that case, we should be able to figure out the answer also. Okay. So how are we going to get the value of B? That is what this problem talks about. For every 2.6, when you go the inclined base, right? 2.6, the elevation is what? 1, right? So if you just use the basic triplet concept, so you had 1, you had 2.6. Let me remove the decimal point. So 10, 26. Okay. So I hope you remember the triplets 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13. You should remember 7, 24, 25. You should remember 8, 15, 17. You should remember. So if you look at this triplet 5, 12, and 13. So into 2, I'll get this. Into 2, I'll get this. So let me do into 2. This will be 24. So I removed the decimal point, so this should be 2.4. Just a way out to get the other value. You can use the Pythagoras also, 2.6 square minus 1 square, and do the under root, you'll get 2.4 over here, right? So for every 2.6, 1 meter is the elevation and 2.4 is this horizontal distance we have, right? Okay. So, okay. So if you look from here to here, this is the inclined stuff if we move on, right? Okay. So if you reach till here, so let's just calculate how much would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So we can use I over here. So let's calculate, I'm using some other color out here. What would be this elevation, right? Okay. So you know one thing that this HI is nothing but 48. So if I multiply this with 20, I'll get what? 48, correct? So multiply everything with 20 in that case. So this elevation we can figure out easily. This would be nothing but 20. So can we now get the answer? Yes. So 1 by 2, 1. What will be BE? So that is 20 and 1 already, if I look from AH over here. So this would be 21 into 48 into 20. So 22 by 2 is what? 11, and this is what? 960. So if you multiply this with 11, right, you would be getting this answer 10506. So probably if I look over here, it was seriously a tough one in the XAT paper. But you should know this concept because such a question can be there in the XAT again. So do understand what I have covered over here, right? So let me move to the next question out here. Such a question you can expect in the XAT paper, and already in the previous parts also I have picked up some question on the allegation. So you should know this magical method so that such questions can be answered with ease. So what is given to us is one scenario, 15%, and we have is what? 200 liters of it, right? So the question is how many liters of the acid solution with 30% over here may be added so that the acid content in the resulting mixture will be in the range they are talking about. Okay, so more than 20, less than 25. So no issues. You can again do it. If there was a fixed value also, you could have figured out. So what we're going to do is make a case first when you had 20%, right? Okay. So you should know the difference of this. We're going to write this side. That would be 10. This would be what? 5. And this 1 is to 2 ratio. This is a ratio of what? Volume. So this 2 represents 200. So this 1 would represent what? 100. So we should get 100 as one of the choice out here. So you have in the two choices, of course, there is none of the above also. So let's calculate with the second case. What's the final answer, right? We have 30%, 15%. So it's a lovely trick, which I feel this is 200 liters. You should know it, right? So if you are targeting CAT 2026 and OMTs, you can look forward to contact us also. Uh, or if you know someone who is planning for CAT 2026, please let us know. So the number is 9891565351. Let's finish off this problem first. So this we want is now 25%. So difference is what? 5, and this becomes what? 10. So this time it is 2 is to 1. So 1 corresponds to 200. So 2 would be nothing but 400. So we want in this range, so it should be more than 100 liters, but less than 400 liters. So such questions you can answer with ease if you know the alligation concept. Now, such kind of problem also you can expect in the XAT. So people do always try to put the values of the variables out here as 0 and try to get the answer over here. So when you put 0, you get 4, right? So one of the thing you can conclude from that is like if I put x0, y0, so the answer minimum value would be either 4 or less than 4, I can say. So something above 4 is given, I could have ruled out, right? But a lot of people would tend to mark 4 over here. They see that keeping x and y 0, they would get the right answer, which is not the right approach. So in such kind of problem, always try to make perfect squares. So what we are going to do is let's rearrange this. Can I write x plus 2y whole square if I do? So I get x square and I do get 4xy. 4y square I get. So how much is left out? 2y square, right? So we'll make the perfect square here also. So what do I have is x plus 2y whole square. Let me just take out 2 over here. So what do I get? Y square minus 2y plus 2. So always such kind of problem, look forward to make perfect squares because I'll show you that in the case of perfect squares, we can make the problem easy for us, right? So this can be written as what? Y minus 1 whole square, right? So what do I have is y square minus 2y plus 1 I have, right? But we want what? Plus 2. So this should be plus 1. So ultimately, if you look, the entire expression could have been written like this as a square, this also as a square, right? Twice of this is a constant 2 over here, plus what? 2 over here, right? So can you express like this? Yes, I can do it like this. So now you can understand that rather than putting x and y as 0, and you try to get the answer. Now you can say a perfect square like y minus 1 whole square 8. So the minimum value of this part would be 0, and that would be coming at what? Y equal to 1. So that we can keep. And this part also we are going to put 0. So in that case, x plus 2y becomes 0. So which means x is minus 2y. And if this part we are making it 0 by putting y as 1, so this would be minus 2. So the solutions also you can get at which the minimum value you're getting is x minus 2 you have to put and y as 1, not like a lot of students do it straight away, they put x and y as 0, right? So when you put x as minus 2 and y as 1, so this part would be nothing but 0. This will also be what? Twice multiplied with 0. So we are going to be left out with a constant 2 out here. So the minimum value of this expression should be option C out here. So such kind of problem you can expect in the XAT. So we'll come up with more videos in the playlist out here. So do follow the XAT playlist and make sure that you do join the CAT2M information group, Telegram, and the discussion group. So you can look forward to get further guidance and help regarding the B schools. If you are looking forward to join any B school, we can surely guide you whether it makes sense to join or not based on your profile. And do share the video with these aspirants, and please do like, comment, and keep watching if you have reached till here. So at least you can do this for us. Thank you so much.